Hi there, I'm Steve Hunt. I'm a certified public accountant, and I'm the owner of College Tax Refunds, where we help recent college students and their parents get thousands of dollars back that they don't even know they missed on their old tax returns. So I've been doing a video series about 15 critical, costly, common mistakes that recent college students and other young adults are missing regularly at tax time. And I am talking today about mistake number 6, which is they fail to request a Form 1098-T from their school if their school doesn't issue one by default. So we've already talked about what a 1098-T is and how some students don't use it when they get one. And we've also already talked deeply about what the American Opportunity Tax Credit is and how some students, many students in fact, don't claim the full amount of the credit, whether that's because they relied on their software to claim the credit and the software doesn't do it right, or whether they relied on their CPA, or whether they received scholarships or Pell Grants, or any number of reasons. We've talked deeply about this, but today we're specifically talking about what happens if your school doesn't give you a 1098-T and you end up not using it because of that. How can you fix that mistake and claim the thousands of dollars that you missed? So once again, why is this a mistake? The Form 1098-T is shown below on your screen right now, and it is a form that is issued by your college or university, and it reports how much you paid in tuition and how much scholarships and Pell Grants you received during the year. This form is required for you to claim valuable education credits like the American Opportunity Tax Credit, which is worth up to $2,500 every year. And I've talked in detail about it in my other videos. So you definitely want to have this form in order to claim this very valuable credit. Schools don't issue a 1098-T often when your scholarships or your Pell Grants are more than the tuition that you paid. So they do this because they think, well, there's no reason for you to have a 1098-T because you're not going to be able to claim the American Opportunity Tax Credit because your tuition was paid entirely by scholarships and Pell Grants. They think that because you got paid to go to school, you don't qualify for the education credit. And that's actually also what your family CPA probably thinks. And it's what your TurboTax software thinks. And all of those things are wrong. It's actually not true that you don't qualify. You can still qualify for this very valuable credit, even if you had scholarships and Pell Grants more than your tuition, and even if your school did not give you a 1098-T. So what do you do if you didn't get a 1098-T? Well, you really need to get that 1098-T to qualify for the American Opportunity Tax Credit, so you have to explicitly ask your school to give you one. That means reaching out to the financial aid office, the cashier, the bursar, whatever it might be called at your school, and saying, I need a Form 1098-T in order, you can say, my CPA is requesting one. Then you can elect to include some of your scholarships and Pell Grants in your taxable income, and that will allow you to claim the American Opportunity Tax Credit. But by including some of your scholarships and Pell Grants in income, you may actually owe some tax. And also, if you include too much of your scholarships and Pell Grants in income, you may reduce your earned income credit or your additional child tax credit or your premium tax credit. And so calculating just how much scholarships and grants to include in your income is, as the IRS says, unusually complex. You don't want to include too much. You don't want to include too little. It's a very complicated calculation, and you need to use a professional who is an expert at college tax refunds, someone who doesn't just do 1 or 2 college tax returns every year or even 5 or 10, but someone who does thousands of them and knows exactly how much money, how much scholarships and grants you should include in your income so that you get the maximum refund possible. But you want to be sure that you get that help and you determine whether you're actually going to get some additional tax refunds before you ask your school for your 1098-T. Because once your school issues a 1098-T, if they give it to you, you have to basically report that information to the IRS, and it could be detrimental. So you want to make sure that you know for certain you're going to get a refund. Now, most students who received scholarships and Pell Grants are going to get a refund if they do this right. So for most of you, it's going to be okay to have your school issue you a 1098-T. But there are definitely some students who got way too much in scholarships and Pell Grants. Like, they literally got paid tens of thousands of dollars every year to go to school. And those students, if you received, let's put it this way, if you received more than $4,000 more than your tuition, so say your tuition is like $6,000 every year, and let's say you received more than $10,000 of scholarships or Pell Grants, that's when you want to be careful. You want to double check with an expert on college tax refunds to make sure that you actually want to get a 1098-T. And then you can be comfortable asking your school for that 1098-T. So there it is. I just described this. If your scholarships and Pell Grants, actually this says were more than $5,000 more than your tuition, or if your parents' income was more than $160,000, or if it was more than $80,000 if they're single, then that's when you want to be careful and not ask your school for a 1098-T until you know for certain that it's going to result in a refund. So how do you know for certain? How do you determine that you are actually owed money by the IRS on your old taxes? How do you know for certain whether you should ask the school to give you a 1098-T? The answer to that is by using collegetaxrefunds.com. This is the website that I created to help recent college students like you find out exactly how much money you missed on your old taxes, completely for free. No risk involved whatsoever. You use the quote calculator here on the right where it says get a free quote, and you enter in your tuition number and your scholarship number. Now, I know if you don't have a Form 1098-T, you might wonder where to get that, because that's on your 1098-T. There should be another place on your school's financial website, wherever they give you your financial account statements, your receipts, or wherever they tell you during the year how much money you paid in tuition or scholarships. There's going to be some place where they tell you how much you paid in tuition and how much you paid in scholarships. It's the same number they would put on a 1098-T if they were to give you one. Use those numbers in this college tax refunds calculator and use a few numbers off of your old taxes. So go find your old taxes. It just requires a few anonymous account dollar numbers. You do not need to put in your account number. You don't need to put in your social security number. You don't even need to put in your email address or your phone number if you don't want to. You just put in a few anonymous numbers from your tax return, and you'll find out instantly how much money you missed on your old taxes. If you take a look around the College Tax Refunds website, you'll see there's a video here that explains exactly how students are missing money on their old taxes. There are some testimonials from some of the thousands of students that we've helped to claim millions of dollars on their old tax returns. And there is a link to an IRS fact sheet that's found directly on the irs.gov website that explains from the IRS why 9 million college students every single year are missing thousands of dollars on their old taxes, especially when they received scholarships and Pell Grants. So again, if you got scholarships and Pell Grants, and your scholarships and Pell Grants were more than your tuition, there's a decent chance that your school did not issue you a Form 1098-T. And there's also a decent chance that you still could qualify for some valuable education tax credits if you had that 1098-T. So I want to make sure that you don't let the IRS keep your money, that you go get the money that belongs to you. And the way to do that is to use the free quote calculator at collegetaxrefunds.com and figure out exactly how much money you missed on your old taxes. Then, if the quote calculator says you actually did miss money, go to your school, ask your school for a 1098-T so that you can claim the money that you missed on old taxes. If you would like, you can file an amended tax return yourself to claim that money. You may have to fight with the IRS a little bit to get your money back, or you can use College Tax Refunds. We can help you get the money back that you missed. We have a relationship with the IRS, and we know exactly how to get you your money back. We guarantee our results and our work and our calculations, and so I would love to help you get the money back that you missed on your old taxes. If you haven't yet subscribed to the College Tax Refunds YouTube channel, please subscribe and click the notification button so you get notified whenever we make more videos like this explaining to you about the common mistakes that people make on their tax returns, or other things. We have other videos that we create to help you increase or up your financial game so that you can obtain more freedom, more wealth, more adventure in your life. If you like this video, please like it. Please comment down below. Please ask your questions down below. And please share this video with your friends, especially those who are recent college students, or with those of your friends who have college students in their family. because they may have also missed money on their old taxes. So once again, I want to help you. I look forward to helping you get that money that you missed on your old taxes. Please don't let the IRS keep the money that belongs to you. If you did not get a Form 1098-T from your school, please use collegetaxrefunds.com, the calculator there, to find out if you should have gotten a 1098-T and if you missed money. And that's our mistake that is commonly made. That's what I wanted to tell you today. Have a great day.